the most durable, the most pernicious, the most unfair, destructive, and favorite lie of the Democrats is about Trump praising the white nationalists in Charlottesville. I mean, we've heard more about that gathering of whatever it was, a couple of hundred maybe white nationalists than any other group of disgusting racists, I think, in history. Yeah, they're morons. They're evil. No one likes them. No one supports them. But why do we keep hearing about it? Well, one, because remember there was this whole story about the rise of white nationalism at the beginning of Trump. All these news stories. Oh, white nationalists are on the march. White nationalists in the White House. This was like the Red Scare, except it was the white nationalist scare. It wasn't real. By the way, the Red Scare was real. A whole other conversation. There were penetrations of the government. There were fellow travelers. There were communists who today would just be called Democrats who were working for the Soviet Union. But anyway, this is why we have to keep fighting over history. We can either fight over history or we can let them completely rewrite it for their own purposes using falsehoods, innuendos, and smears like the 1619 Project does, right? That's we can either we can either fight back on this or allow them to allow the left to control the narrative of this country. But the lie about Charlottesville, for me, is always a test because it is so easily disproven, but they don't care. The allegation they think is still too powerful. Their base gets so excited when they hear it. It doesn't matter that it's a lie. They get usage out of it, even though here's Khizr Khan, who, remember, is a Gold Star father who appeared in a political capacity to attack the president. And here is what he's saying about Donald Trump. Again, this is the Democrats are all the greatest anti-Trump hits. That's what they're rolling out with now. Play 15.
3 years ago, my beloved city, Charlottesville, Virginia, was attacked by white supremacists and a young woman was killed. We were attacked again when Donald Trump praised those racists, turning his back on a community that just wanted peace. That was the day Joe Biden decided to join this battle for the soul of America. Over time, my wife, Ghazala, and I have come to know his soul. He's a decent, compassionate man. He will bring this nation together.
He's lying. The president didn't praise Charlottesville racists. Just go. You don't have to take my word for it. Go watch the video. Look at the transcript. I mean, he said something that could be open-ended in interpretation if you really want to be giving him, no benefit of the doubt at all. And within the same, the president obviously speaks very free-form and clarified in that same press conference and that I'm not talking about the white nationalists. I'm talking about the people that were in favor of keeping some of the statues because of our history, which is a debate that still goes on to this day in society. The Trump praised the Charlottesville white nationalist lie is why you can't trust Democrats, because they all sign on for this, because it's so emotionally volatile, right? You hear that and you say, oh my gosh, the president of the United States praised neo-Nazis. And notice, where have been all the other, have there been all these other neo-Nazi rallies or white nationalist rallies across the country? Because I remember the first 2 years of the Trump presidency, we were always being told that there was this huge rise of the white nationalists. And where are all those rallies? They don't exist. They're not happening. If they did, oh my gosh, it would be the biggest news story in the country. But it was all useful at the time to cover this and to create a narrative of Trump as the bad guy who supports white nationalists, even though there's not a basis for this in reality. Just look at the transcript. That's what I've been saying all along. Look at the transcript, and you know for yourself that they will continue to mislead you. They will continue to just make things up about this, and it's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. Oh, I also want to point out to you that Socialist Warren is out there. I kept having a hard time with this. Was she really speaking at a Native American caucus meeting or something? I kept saying this online, which I find that hard to believe, but maybe they did do that. I don't know. I feel like it was a parody from the Sacramento, not Sacramento Bee, the Babylon Bee. Whoops, Sacramento Bee is a real thing. Unintentional parody. Here's Warren on what's going to happen if the Democrats win. Just remember this one, folks. Play 13.
Let's just look at the facts. Joe Biden has committed to build back better. And let me tell you what that means through Joe Biden's own plans. It means investing in working families. So he said he's going to invest in child care, in canceling student loan debt, that he's going to expand Social Security and better care for seniors, including seniors that are cared for at home. He says he's going to make the rich pay their fair shares. Going to be painful for you, Stephen, but that's what's going to happen. That he's going to insist on corporations having some accountability. These are the kinds of plans that I don't think are just about Democrats. I think these are the plans that all of America wants. These are the plans that will make our country work, not just for a handful of folks at the top, but make our country work for everyone.
Make the country work for everyone. What does that mean? That's my favorite question to ask about things that Democrats say. What does that really mean, the country work for everyone? There are people who work, there are people who don't work, and the Democrats want to give more from the people who work to the people who don't work. So is that working for everyone? I want to know what they really mean by this. We know that they mean they want to get rid of cops. Play a 16.
Why can't folks imagine a world without the cops? Why can't folks imagine a world without prisons? Why can't people expand their imaginations to include community care, to include an abolitionist future? And I'm talking about like for real abolition, not just watered down DNC version of abolition. We're talking about abolishing the police. We're talking about abolishing ICE. We're talking about abolishing prisons.
Your Democrat Party, folks. That's what they want. Hey, Team Buck, thank you so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you like this video, please click that little thumbs up button so then it will log as liked. And also, if you want to see more great content from The First, please click subscribe.